Ohio Epic 59 Gamers. It's your boy Iggy here, and we're going to talk about some Dead by Daylight patch notes today. The player test build 5.5.0 just came out. We're going to go ahead and just go over the stuff in here. We're going to be skipping some of the stuff, so with that being said, we're going to put the link to these down below so you can read everything for yourself. We're going to kind of go over just like the more major things and the cool things they changed here. But I'm not alone today. I'm joined here with Aselli and DBZ Lich themselves. Say what's up, fellas.
Good, what's good, it's good.
Yo, what's up?
All right, so let's go ahead and get through this real quick. So, because we have a lot of stuff here, and also want to record a bunch of other stuff with the changes in the game itself. So, first things first, they are changing the compression because one issue DBD has always had is when you install updates, it installs the entire game again. So, it takes you like 30 minutes if you don't have like a mega ultra PC to download updates. So, I'm really glad that they're fixing that. They've acknowledged it after 6 years, or however old this game is, 5-6 years, same thing. So I'm very happy they're doing that. I know you two actually have issues with that a lot. Where you sit there and download, it's finally done, and then it takes another 20 minutes to verify files and everything.
Yep, it takes forever to finish downloading it. It actually pisses me off.
Yeah. So they're finally fixing that. Let's go, DBDW. So let's go to hop down to some features down here. Fix some specific vulnerabilities that could be abused by cheaters. Now, as most of y'all may know, DBD has a big hacking problem. It's pretty common. It's not mega ultra common where the game's unplayable, but you do run into hackers a lot. Now, in their defense, it is quite literally impossible to completely remove cheating from your game because no matter what you do, people are going to find a way around it. So seeing them like specifying the specific parts that they're easy to crack through and make it easy for them to do what they're doing, it's very nice to see that they're actively trying to attack that. And then right underneath that, we have hit feedback has been adjusted to reduce the frequency of visual feedback in the case of a rejected hit, especially for instances of dead hard, which is great that they're doing this because, for example, if you're a killer, you hit someone as they dead hard, you get the sound cue and like a visual type cue that they went down, but they didn't actually go down, so you're just sitting there very confused. I talked a lot, so what's y'all's opinions on the stuff going on so far, gamers?
That right there with the dead hard situation, the same thing happens when they drop a pallet and they swing at the survivor. It still registers as a hit, but the pallet registers as well, so it just counts as that they didn't get hit, but you still get that sound cue. But so I'm glad they're actually trying to fix that SFX or VFX issue that right here. So yeah,
I actually think the best part about it is that like when you would hit someone and you know like they'd get their iframes and you wouldn't actually hit them, the thing is you'd get the cooldown for the like actually hitting them, so you'd get a longer cooldown and you wouldn't hit them. So that's pretty nice that they changed that.
Yeah. Here's one. This is probably my favorite part of this whole thing. They added to interaction behavior. You can change it from hold, which is the most boring part of the game, holding M1 all day. But they also added to where you can toggle. Now, the thing about this is that kind of aggravated me is there was a glitch for this where you could hold down the generator, pause the game while holding M1, let go of M1, and unpause the game, and it'll just keep doing it. So you can just go make some food or something while you're doing the generator stuff and just hit the skill checks. But they patched that out like 8 months ago or something. It's been a while, and that was always frustrating to me. So it is nice that they're actually adding as a feature because it should have been something since day one. No one wants to sit there for like what is like a minute and a half, 2 minutes or so holding M1 on a generator by yourself. So yeah. Them adding that is very big. I'm very glad they have finally fixed that in some way. And they added some other things like to end the interaction, you would need to press the interaction button a second time, or you can set a setting that you can press the run button to cancel it, which I'm probably not going to do. I'm probably just going to press M1 a second time. And they go over here where you find the stuff located in the settings. So what do y'all think about this? I'm very excited for this.
I actually really like the run to cancel, because more often than not, I'm always running away from the gen when they got the killers close or something. So I feel like instead of me clicking another button, I can just run away and just get there, right? That's pretty good.
Sally?
I actually like it. So the run to cancel, I was kind of confused on that.
So how they have it is you press M1 and it'll just stay there, and to cancel you press M1 again. Or
okay,
you
so
can
it's
set it where you can set it where you press the run button and cancel. So like Zilch was saying.
Oh, I see
like,
that. That doesn't make
like
sense.
run a sprint burst or something. You want to run off the generator. You don't have to press M1 then run.
That's pretty.
Exactly.
So that's pretty cool.
Boggy.
So now here's something that's been interesting. Beta features. A new tab is available in the options menu. Beta. New features will appear here so we can gain feedback from all players on all platforms. Turning a feature on will grant a blood point bonus for the first 10 matches that you play with it, which is pretty cool, giving us some type of motivation to actually do the beta stuff and get blood points for it and everything like that. What do y'all think about that one?
That's pretty good. I'm actually on the PTB right now, and I'm looking at it, and it's exactly as it says. The wiggle, I can toggle on and off the wiggle feature, so, and you get blood point bonus as well. So that's pretty good. I like that.
This do be a start for more BP. But we need more.
Yeah, which is also good because now console players can actually test out some of these things instead of watching PC players play around with it.
Yeah.
And so for the first beta feature, we just mentioned it, is the new wiggle interaction. So as y'all know, we've always had to press like two buttons. Like I believe controller is the analog sticks you wiggle back and forth. On PC, it's A and D. You just press them back and forth. Now there's it's very iffy sometimes, and it can mess up your buttons if you're one of the people that mash the ever-living hell out of it, even though you don't get any increased speed for doing that. So what they did is they're changing it to where it is 2 skill checks now, which will have videos and shorts up on that stuff soon. I'm very excited to try that out. I'm very skeptical of it, so I'm very interested to see how it works and how it is in game. Oh, how do y'all feel about this?
I'm really glad they did this because while it might not matter as much for PC players when you're clicking the A and D button on console, if you're like a controller player, right, and you're wiggling your joystick, over time, you're gonna destroy that joystick from wiggling it so much. So I'm glad they did. They changed that.
Specifically for mouse and keyboard, I feel like people might hate this a lot if it's anything like the glyphs, because the glyphs, like you have to like bam, 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 bam. It's all in that one circle, so. If it's anything like that, people might actually really not like this.
No, I don't think it's like that. I went on their Twitter.
I would assume it's much slower. If it's like the big like skill checks that they would get, like the big white skill checks. I forgot where that is, but if it's like that,
yeah,
then
that's what they said
bad.
on their Twitter.
Okay, that's actually really good then. Big Paul, you.
So, the blood point bonus that they mentioned is for the first 10 matches, you get 20,000 blood points now. Not really a lot, but you're getting blood points just for basically playing the game as like an extra objective, so I have no real ill will towards that. I think that's just fine how it is. Hopefully it gives a little bit more in the future, because 10 matches is a little bit a lot. Just for 20,000 blood points. Alright, so now moving down to the content and some killer buffs and nerfs. Blight, add on Adrenaline Vial, decrease the rush turn rate penalty to negative 0.5 degrees per second. Used to be 0.8 degrees per second. Now, I'm not a Blight player, but I assume that's pretty good for y'all. So, congratulations for y'all. Then we got the Cannibal add-on. I'm not saying that. Tuning guide. There you go. Decrease the chainsaw sweep movement speed penalty to 2% was 4%. So, I'm assuming quick math, so that means that you're actually going to move faster now than you did before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still bad though, because no one on planet uses this add-on, but I guess it's a good thing if you are hilarious and you want to be really, really slow, but you're a little bit less slow now,
Yeah. Decreased chainsaw sweep movement penalty to 2% was 4% for the death gauge rake as well. Iridescent flesh decreased the maximum tantrum duration to 5 seconds was 8 seconds. A long guide bar decreased the chainsaw revving threshold to plus 2 seconds was plus 1 second. Survivor masks have been removed from the game. Please refer to the developer update of forums for more information. I guess like the Claudette mask and stuff, because there was people complaining about it being quote unquote blackface when you have Claudette's mask on that stuff. So I assume that's why they kind of took it out.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. They addressed it on Twitter. They had to get rid of it because they figured out that there were a lot of people in the community that was getting hate from it. So yeah, they needed to get it out, so a lot of people weren't getting attacked and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's some buzz for you cannibal players out there, you face camping scums. The clown, Soviet Jug. Oh yeah, dude, let me tell you, it's about 7 times the stream. Soviet Jug for the clown increases duration of invigoration to plus 2 seconds was plus 1 second. Robin Feather increased bottle throw cooldown to 40% was 30%. So that's actually a nerf. Flask of Bleach, that's an interesting name. Decreased hindered penalty from intoxication to 4% was 5%. Redhead's pinky finger now reduces bottle count by 2.
Oh my god, I'm so happy for that.
Nah, this needs to become
So
base
happy.
kit. This needs to become base kit.
No, listen. Clown is bad, right? He's trash, but I'm so glad they did this. I hate Clown, bro. I can't stand him.
I guess this is fine because I know you guys don't play Clown, but they have 2 add-ons that increase your bottles. So even if this is like decreasing it, you can still have like 6 bottles with it. So What a nerf.
It was
I'm
like
surprised.
punchers.
They have an insta down thing that you can just, be on someone's asshole, and then you just bam, down them in 2 seconds. So I guess decreasing the bottles is a good thing, but you can still make more bottles, but it do be like that.
Alright, so now, Pig, we got a slight buff here. It seems Amanda's letter decreases available bear chats to 2, was 3. Oh no, that's a nerf.
That's a nerf. Yeah.
Oh, that's a nerf. Get trashed on Pigs, I guess. Last little decreased time to charge ambush attack to 33%, was 66%.
Ooh.
So that's a big buff. I don't play
That's a
Pig. I
huge buff.
don't know what that means, but it sounds really good.
This is a big buff because this add-on, I know a lot of people like, the fact that you can run this with the brown add-on where you can become faster when you're crouching, so it makes it like actually bearable. And basically what this one does is, because it doesn't say it right, but the last will makes your speed much faster when you charge. So having like an even lower, charge time makes you like ultra fast. So that's actually really pog.
Alright, poggers. Alright, the twins, like the most annoying killer to go against because everyone that plays them just don't want you to play the game. Iridescent Pendant, increased exposed duration when crushing Victor to 45 seconds, was 30 seconds. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I've never seen any of that.
I don't even know what that is, bro.
That sounds horrible. Baby Teeth, increased blindness duration when crushing attached Victor to 30 seconds, was 15 seconds. That's another buff. Medallion Scarf, reduced Victor movement speed buff to 0.3 meters per second, was 0.4 meters per second. So that's a slight nerf. Toy Sword, decreased pounce charge time modified to 0.2 seconds, was 0.25 seconds. I feel like that's one you're not even really going to notice that much at all. That's such a small change. Stale Biscuit, what a great name. Decreased pounce cooldown modifier to 0.4 seconds, was 0.5 seconds.
That was a slight buff as well.
Yeah, so I mean, twins, weren't they like severely nerfed at some point? So I guess they're giving them a couple little buffs here and there. So I mean, that's not bad. You never run the twins anyway. Except for us today, we ran to like 4, which was weird.
Yeah, that was the most twins I've seen all day.
Nemesis. Okay, so real quick, Nemesis. I really hope that they did change the fact that you hear a thud every 2 seconds of your survivor. So hopefully that's somewhere in here. So add-on, Iridescent Umbrella Badge, increased exposed duration when using a vaccine to 60 seconds, was 30 seconds. That's huge. Wait a minute.
Literally never vaccinated again in this game.
This is actually crazy. Look at this one.
Shattered Stars Badge, increased zombie movement speed bonus when a generator is repaired to 150%.
Yo, imagine
100%.
If this stacks with the heart, like the Marvin's heart or whatever, you're gonna have zombies moving at like 3 times the speed now.
Dude, that's horrifying.
Oh, okay. Right here, they talk about decreasing it, but yeah, because this one by itself is significantly better than this one because this one's time, but you're only like you still have like speed zombies, right? But these can stack. So after a generator is completed for 30 seconds, they just become fast as fuck.
Alright, so they also had a text now list the correct duration of 60 seconds. Description text said 30 seconds, but the effect already lasted for 60 seconds. Okay. Add-on Marvin's Blood, decreased the mutation rate modifier to tentacle strike to 25%, was 33%. And then we just talked about this. Macaulay's Eye, decreased the zombie movement speed bonus to 35%, was 50%. So Nemesis is getting some buffs here, which
I do have something to say about this though. This is crazy.
I'm not gonna say I'm upset about Nemesis getting buffs. He's a lot of fun to go against actually, unless if they play very specific ways. But I mean, he definitely needed some buffs on him.
I think this is like a mega nerf. I play Nemi, and basically this is like a mandatory add-on because the way it works is having to hit 3 survivors or hit a survivor 3 times just to down them. Getting out of tier 1 is like what you need to do, and basically what this made this able to do is you can hit this 2 times with 1 survivor, but when you wouldn't run this, you'd have to do it like 4 times. But having this reduced just makes this like really bad now, because now you're still gonna have to go through like 3 hits probably, which is terrible because this one was already like mandatory to run. That's actually a big nerf because this is a yellow add-on, so it's pretty common, and now it's just nerfed into the ground. That's nice. Love to see it.
Well, the rest seems like some pretty poggers buff, so I don't think Nemesis players are too hurt right now.
Yeah, I guess they do be having speed add-ons.
The Hunters, everyone's favorite killer to go against. Wooden Fox, increase undetectable duration after reloading to 30 seconds was 15 seconds. So, I mean, I don't think that's going to be that big in play.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah. The Oni, my favorite killer to go against. Iridescent Family Crash, increase scream radius of missile attacks to 24 meters was 12 meters. That's massive. That's huge. Alright, here's the best part of these whole patch notes. Pinhead. His voice lines are back. Let's go. Thank you. I was so sad when they took it out. They're finally back. Thank you.
And it's from the, I believe it's from the original voice actors. So
yep.
This is perfect. Perfect.
Speaking of killer buffs, I looked over to the right of my screen. I see Nia from Zilch in my lobby, and that scared the hell out of me for a second. Alright, perk update. Survivor. Survivor main's in here. I think Zelly more leans towards the killer, but for me and Zilch, this is pretty poggers, alright? Ball over. Increase wiggle strafe intensity to 50, 75, 100 was 25, 50, 75. Increase hook obscure radius to 60 meters was 10, 12, 14. New effect, you gain 25 wiggling progress when the killer drops from great heights. This is actually a pretty big buff for this perk, I have to say.
That is actually good.
That last part is going to be pretty sick when you're in the library on RPD, because if they want to get you on the hook, they have to drop down, or else they're never making it anywhere.
You're literally always wiggling up if you're running this perk.
Yeah. And the 100% wiggle strafe intensity, it's pretty intense. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
I'm pretty satisfied with that.
For anyone who actually does play killer, remember that if you are wondering why, you can see that you're affected by this perk as a killer, so you'll know not to do this. But if you need to be able to make it to a hook, I guess. But just know that you can actually see that. But get ready to have this be slapped onto you, so and being able to not see hook when it's close to you.
What's crazy is with that 100%, there's a chance you can wiggle, and it ends up pushing them off. So then you do get that third effect in there anyway. That's actually a pretty big buff. I mean, it's not going to make it a meta perk or anything, but it's definitely a lot more runnable now. I'm very excited to try that out.
Well, the thing is, I can actually see it being a really good meta perk.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, consider it, because you have a lot of maps where it has a place that you have to jump off. Like the new map has that. What's it called? What's that one Macmillan? The Iron, whatever it is. Ironworks. Is that what it is?
The one with the big building in the middle where
that one. Yep, you gotta jump off. There's I think all of the Macmillan maps have some place you have to jump off, except the good one that's for killers, like that one bland one that has nothing up. Yeah, that one's trash. Then you have, like you said, RPD, and a bunch of other maps that you have to jump off. So I think this perk, if you use it right, with other perks, could become really good.
This is gonna actually be like an RPD, this is gonna make the map even worse. This is you go into the library, you go to the top, and what do they do? What do they do? Yeah, if they don't have a hook spawn in the actual library, you're getting out. Especially if anyone on your team is harassing the killer while you're on the shoulder, you're actually gonna get out every time.
Yeah, so that's just more reason for everyone to hate RPT. If you see them running the library, you get the hell out of there.
That's exactly what you do.
Alright, distortion. Increase the token count to 4. Was 3. Isn't that the one that
this blocks your aura? Yeah, this blocks your aura for 10 seconds per token. So I guess this is kind of a nerf to some perks like Lethal Pursuer, because this would burn through 2 tokens, but now they still have another token added onto that. But yeah,
barbecue.
That's like 40 seconds of not being able to see your aura. Basically, that's actually pretty big.
That is big, but I a lot of people were talking about this perk and they were hoping that they would change it to, because when you're in Shadow Step, a lot of things, say for example you're in a locker and your aura would have been red, this blocks it and won't waste a distortion token. But Shadow Step does, even if you're in Shadow Step and your aura would have not been shown, this will still burn through tokens. I'm surprised they actually added a token instead of just fixing that issues. I know a lot of people who actually use this perk didn't like that.
Alright, so Power Struggle.
It's Power Struggle and Buckle.
Oh, okay. Power Struggle and Buckle, okay. Increase aura reveal duration to 6, 8, 10 seconds. Was 4, 5, 6 seconds. Wake up, increase. Wake up, that's a Quinn's perk that no one ever runs. Increase exegate speed boost to 15, 20, 25. Was 5, 10, 15. decrease the activation threshold. That's the power struggle. Decrease the activation threshold to 25, 20, 15 wiggle progress. Was 35, 30, 50, 25. That's huge. That makes me very excited because we're actually messing around with that today. And be able to get 15% and get the pallet drop is ridiculously good. Because that's like 2 seconds of being on the ground. You already have that with like Unbreakable or something. So I'm very excited to try that out. That and Boil Over are definitely stuff I'm going to play around with. That's a very fun survivor buffs to me.
Definitely.
All right. Move on to the killer perks. Gearhead. I've never seen this perk in my life. New description. After a survivor loses a health state, Gearhead activates. While Gearhead is active, the next time a survivor completes a great skill check while repairing, their aura is revealed to you for 6, 8, and 10 seconds. Gearhead then deactivates. That's actually pretty cool. Oh wait, that's actually a pretty good perk, I would think, huh?
I don't know. I've never used this perk. This perk's, it's always been like viewed as bad, and I don't even know if this is what it did beforehand. Like I don't even know if this is what it did like at all.
Well, having the survivor's aura revealed for 10 seconds for them to simply doing a great skill check is pretty sick.
I wonder if there's a cooldown.
Remember, I wonder, it might be just a one use.
Like if you can just like smack someone.
Actually, I'm in the game now. Let me look.
You can look at that because if you can just smack someone each time and then you get this activated, I guess it could be pretty nice if you're constantly being able to see auras.
It doesn't say anything about a one-time usage or a cooldown, so I'm not sure. Anyways, moving on. Remember Me. Isn't this a Freddy perk?
Mm-hmm.
Trigger condition changed to the obsession. Losing a health state was triggered on basic attack only. Coup de Grace. Increased lunge distance modifier to 70, 75, 80. Was 40, 50, and 60. That's going to be some very funny moments with this perk.
Oh my
yes,
god.
a buff to Mikey. All the Mikey mains who like smacking from Egypt. You can now make it from the doorway in Shack. You can now mind game, and you can now mind game and lunge from the other side of the planet and hit somebody.
I don't mind that one. I think that one's because no one ran it anyway. So seeing it get some run would be pretty fun.
A couple killers used to run it. Like I know Twins. A lot of Twin players used to run that. Am I wrong? Is it? I feel like a lot of Twins.
Well, it's just because that's a Twins perk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Twins are also like N1 Andy, so they kind of need any help they can get.
Yeah.
Furtive Chase, effect remove. You lose all your tokens if the obsession is sacrificed or killed.
I
don't know what this perk does.
This is the one where you would, so each time you hook the obsession, or you hook someone who's not the obsession, I think, right? Or it might be the other way around. But either way, you would your terror radius would decrease. So this would be a lot of like, stealth kills would run this. But it's good that you don't lose, if they die. It's kind of like, like what's the one perk where you I don't know, there's another perk where it does this where you lose all your you just lose it, right? If the obsession is killed, so that's nice. You don't have to worry about that now.
The last killer perk change. Remove the obsession mechanic. The perk now triggers when hooking any survivor with Dead Man Switch.
Do either of y'all know what this does? I forgot what this perk does.
Nope.
Which one? Dead Man Switch?
Yeah.
Let me actually look at it though.
I don't even know what that is, bro. Not even. I'm guessing that's Gunslingers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that's my.
That's thing.
Yep.
When you hook a survivor, Dead Man Switch activates for the next 45 seconds. While activated, any survivor that stops repairing a generator for it's fully repaired causes the entity to block the generator until Dead Man Switch's effect ends. Oh,
that's nice.
That's actually a very annoying perk.
Well,
okay. All right, and for Nurse, I'm going to just once again we're going to leave the link in the description because that's a lot of stuff to go through.
To read. It's just a bunch of bug fixes that they have for. It's nothing really crazy.
Yeah, so bug fixes. We're also going to just let y'all read this, but ones that I know that we have to be noted is, is Nemesis in here? Yes. So the Nemesis thing is fixed, it seems. So no more thudding when you're playing a survivor and against a Nemesis. Yes. That's good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, fix an issue that caused Nightmare's Dream World to be too dark in RPD map, which is funny because we actually had that issue recently where we literally just couldn't see anything on our screen because it was too dark on the RPD with that killer. So once again, we'll leave this in the description so y'all can check out the rest. Known issues. We don't really have to go through any of this. Y'all can just check that out yourselves. Oh, but yeah, so how y'all feeling about this update? I'm actually liking it.
A lot of these are really good. I actually like this update a lot.
Yes. What about you, Zelly?
This is nice. There's a lot of niche things that they changed, which is good. Like, I know a lot of people will never use this, but I guess this is nice for the people out there who actually want to be able to get some use out of this. So there's a lot of niche stuff that I think is really cool that they added rather than just, oh, meta perk nerf, meta perk buff, you know, all that type of stuff. This is really nice for a lot of people.
All right. Well, with that being said, the time y'all see this video up, we'll already be playing and trying to get clips of all this stuff in action. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you enjoy. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we see you gamers later. Peace out.
Peace.
Boy.